Hello everyone, this is Professor Hasselman. You're going to be your professor for this History 101 class online at Modesto Junior College. And in this little quick discussion and tutorial, I'm going to show you kind of how to navigate through Canvas. Now this is the Learning Management Software, or LMS, that we're going to be using for this course. It's a little bit different than Blackboard if you used it before, but this is how the content will be displayed on Canvas. So when you log in with the instructions that were given on Blackboard and how to log in here, this is your home page. This is where you arrive, the first thing you will arrive at after you've signed in with your login information. Now, a couple things on this page to point out. On your left, you have, I guess, your kind of account information, dashboard, courses, calendar, and inbox. This is where you find the majority of the stuff for the course here. When you open up your courses and you log into this class, History 101, you'll notice you have these things right here that you can choose from: home, announcements, assignments, discussions, grades, people, pages, files, syllabus, quizzes, modules, conferences, collaborations, and confer. And we're going to go through these things one at a time and kind of navigate through Canvas. Now, one thing that you notice here, above that you have your History 101 course, and then you've got this little 3-bar called a hamburger. If anytime on here, if you click on this, that will disappear and kind of widen your screen. And if you click on it, it'll open back up again. So if you wonder where that bar goes and you see anything appear with this little hamburger, this little 3 lined icon, that's the little thing you click on to either open or close that. Okay, so on our home page, we have recent activity. So there's 5 assignment notifications that are due by the end of the week. And that so tells you what it is. So if you click on the Show More, it'll list those assignments when they are due. Okay, so some stuff has been changed here, so don't worry about that. We'll take a look at that. Your to-do list shows you what needs to be done, so you can turn in the Google submission form, take your quiz, etc., as well as the things that are coming up and any recent feedback. So if I've given you any feedback on any items, it'll show you down here on the bottom. All right, on the announcement page, it shows you the announcements that are made in class. These are announcements that I've made. The most recent one showing the important news that I posted last week about what's coming up and the different things that we're going to be doing, as well as some of the videos, as well as when the things are going to be coming up here. Okay, so hopefully some of you got a chance to do the online readiness quiz to see if you're ready for an online course. If not, you can still do that before you log in, and that information is given at that link that I posted on right here. One of the things that's great about Blackboard is at the bottom of each of these things, you are allowed to reply. So if you want to leave a message or ask me a question or ask a classmate a question, you can click on the reply button and those will be posted and you can reply just like any discussion thread. Next that we have is the assignments, which basically lists all the assignments that are due. The only assignments that are on here right now are the ones that are due by the end of this week. Now on the assignments, it shows you what they are. Notice how it makes them as links, so you can click on those links when they are due, and how many points you've earned once you've taken them. Next is the discussions. So the only discussion that you have this week would be the week 1 discussion, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. Then you have your grades, and this shows you what you've scored on each of your exams, as well as the percentages, which as those associate here kind of show you where they are on here according to the percentages for each assignment. The people section allows you to see who else is in the class. So these are all the people that have joined the class, and you're allowed to click on these and you can send emails or communicate with them as well. So as you can see, we have a very full class, and you can easily communicate with them. The pages section shows all the different content pages. The files shows any files that have been uploaded. So if you want to go through them and take a look at them, and it's not necessarily important for you to see. The syllabus section shows you a little bit of information on the syllabus, as well as all of the assignments that are due and the due dates. Now, beginning by the end of this week, you will have all the assignments given on here, but they can all be seen in the course syllabus. So let's just take a look at that. So if you click on the course syllabus page, it'll take you to a Google Doc where you can read through all the information. I highly recommend reading through this on your own. but let me point out a couple of things that are important for you. So the first are the course learning outcomes, which are located right here on the first page. Now, some of your assignments will require you to refer to these, and the course learning outcomes are to demonstrate, number one, factual knowledge of key political, economic, social, and cultural events and issues in American history from colonial times to Reconstruction. 2, apply critical thinking, including causal analysis and skeptical inquiry, to historical concepts and developments in history. And 3, evaluate, analyze, and interpret primary and secondary historical sources and make historical arguments based on these sources. Now, these are the learning outcomes in all the history courses at Modesto Junior College, but are very important for us as we analyze the different history in America. Now, a couple other things. Your textbook, which I posted online, is available free. Within each of the modules and each of the sections, the textbook will be made available to you, the link, but you can also purchase it online at Amazon.com as well. And this is what the book looks like. It's a hard copy, which I have a copy here. It's just the dark blue cover, U.S. history, wonderfully put together with lots of colored pages and lots of links and great things inside. But like I said, all of these things will be available online for you to look at. This class is taught in Canvas, which is hopefully you understand. And then I kind of break down the assessment. So there's 4 components to this class. Online discussions, worth 20% of your grade. Online writing assignments, worth 25%. Quizzes, worth 20%. This includes the final as well. And then some online participation portfolios, worth 35%. All those add up to 100%. So there'll be lots of points given in the course, but then those will be weighed according to the different weights by the different assessment types. Let's see here. There's a late work policy. Take a look at that. Important to note, I will accept late work on a case-by-case basis, and you must notify me at least a day before the assignment is due if you would like the extension. So this doesn't mean wait a week and then ask if you can turn assignments in. This means that you give me some notice that you need some extra time on an assignment, at least a day ahead of time, and then send me an email. And then if more than 1 week has passed, you cannot turn in your assignment. Some information about accommodations, academic integrity, Reading and Writing Center, which is located in the Library and Learning Center, on East Campus and Yosemite 235 on West. So this is a great place to go, and it's open during the summer if you have questions about essay writing, research papers, citations, grammar. There's a wonderful learning center for you to take a look at. Check out your responsibilities as a student at MJC by clicking on the link. And then attendance is very important for an online class. So let's read through this together here. So federal and state regulations require online students to participate regularly. Logging in by itself is not sufficient. You must submit assignments and participate in assigned activities such as discussion boards. So you can't just log in and that's it. You have to have done an activity. And the way I've organized this course is almost every day you have something to be working on. Students who have not logged in for more than 1 week will be contacted via email by myself. Students who do not respond to this email within 48 hours may be dropped. And students who do not submit course assignments over 2 consecutive weeks may also be dropped. And if this is an online class that's only 7 weeks long, so missing 2 weeks of class is like missing a third of the class. So please be sure you're regularly logging in and attending online. And remember, if you are ill or have a family emergency that prevents you from participating for more than a week, review the course syllabus and contact me, your instructor. You should read through some of the assessments that we'll be doing: an online participation portfolio, quizzes, discussions, other writing assignments. So there's 3 major writing assignments for this course aside from the little other writing assignments on primary sources. There's a personal narrative worth 25 points, where you kind of introduce yourself personally to me and answering the question, who are you? How does your racial, gender, sexual, and or class experience impact your perspective or views on your identity and view of society? So let me just fix a couple typos that I made right here. Who are are you? There you go. All fixed. And you'll write a 2 to 3 page paper where you kind of tell a little bit about yourself. You'll have a reflective diary project that you'll be working on during week 5, and more information about that to come, as well as a final paper, which is a 5 to 7 page course synthesis and reflection paper, where you'll be looking at all the material that you've learned during the course and relating it to the course theme. Following the syllabus is the entire course calendar. So whereas on Canvas at the moment you only have your first week assignments, this will show all the assignments for the entire course. So there's week 2, week 3, week 4, etc. So take some time to look through the syllabus very carefully, and you can go through and highlight anything, and if you have any questions, you can email me. Now going back to the main Canvas page, the quizzes section shows you the different quizzes that are due. So for example, this week you have a reading to learn quiz, a studying quiz, time management quiz, and working with historical evidence quiz. Points are given, due dates, as well as the number of questions on each one. And then finally, the most important part of this menu is the modules section. So if you click on the modules, it'll show you everything you need for that week. And then as more and more open, it'll show you exactly what everything is and when they're all due. So it's kind of a good way to look through it. Now, there are some things that are important on here. One of the things during week 1, it says you must complete all items. So there are several assignments here with given due dates that you must go through, and there's a certain thing you have to do for each one. So for example, introduction to the course. So if you click on here, it takes you to the first page of the course, and I'll open this up to make it a little bit bigger, where there's a video to watch and some information, as well as the methods and the themes for the course and some definitions. Now, one of the things that you will need to do, each for different ones, it just depends, is on this one you'll have to mark as done. So you'll mark that you've read it. Okay, so that's all done. Now if I decide to go to the next one, so I hit on next, and I have a week 1 discussion. So for this one of the things that you'll notice for each of the discussion, there are different sections to look at. So there's a discussion question on time management, reading to learn, studying, and then introductions. Okay, so let's say you wanted to post in the introductions. So instead of replying to this top information week 1 discussion, you would click on reply right here, and then you would type in your response, your introduction to the questions here, and then you'd post your reply. Now then you reply and you keep going through like that. So each discussion will have 3 or 4 separate threads that are important to take part in. Now on the syllabus, it notes specific dates and times when things are due. So make sure you follow those directions and you post during that time, because your 20 points that you earn for your discussions will be 20 points for not just the final assignment, but all the different parts as well. All right, once you do that and make your posting, if you want to take care of any of that, the next one is the time management section. So in this case, you just click on download, and it should upload right here as a little panda on a unicycle, kind of a little cool little thing. Or if not, you can click on the link and there's things to read. So if you look right here, this is opening up, and this is a reading from another course that I teach on kind of first year college experience, and you'll need to read through these documents here. This is a chapter from a textbook on your first year experience about time management. So we've got 3 readings from this on time management, studying, and reading a textbook, as well as quizzes that follow. So that's all the stuff for week number 1. Now anytime you want to go back and look and see how you've done throughout the week, you can click on the module sections, and it'll tell you if you've done something, a little check mark if you've completed it, or what score you got as well. So if you look through here, there's several things to work on. Just be sure to carefully read the instructions. Once everything is complete, this will light up green. It says you started it with the little yellow yield sign, and or the little orange with a circle through it. As you finish it, it'll turn to green, and then other stuff will be open for you. Now, like I said, take a look at this, read through the syllabus, and start working on some of the assignments. If you have any questions on anything on the Canvas page or anything about Canvas in general, please feel free to email me. I look forward to working with you guys in this course, and I hope you enjoy the setup. And again, get to know each other, participate in the discussion on the introductions and take a look at the threads and really get active in the online discussions. And like I said, I look forward to working with all of you. Have a good night, and I will be in touch.